Hello, this is Jamie Maggart. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'd like to show you how I made this card. It's a very simple card. I would consider it simple stamping. There's no die cutting. I did fussy cut these shells out, but you could stamp them on and then mask them and make the same card. Okay, so let's get started. The supplies I'm going to need: I have a scrap paper of Whisper White to stamp my shells on. I have a piece of Whisper White, which is 3 3/4 by 5. Yeah. A piece of Designer Series paper. It is InGood Taste. Well, you can't see it. There we go. It's this one with all the different wood grains and patterns in it. And that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I have my card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. Okay, I can go ahead and adhere this to the front of my card. Let's do that so I have one less thing on my desk. Oh, I forgot to show you the stamps I'm using. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to be using Timeless Tropical. I'm going to use this one. From Seaside Notions, I'm using this stamp, this stamp, this stamp, and the Happy Birthday. And then I have my chamois, because I'm going to need it for changing the ink colors. For ink pads, I have Menento Tuxedo Black, Flirty Flamingo, and Sahara Sand. So let's get started. Let's put this aside. Oops. So I know where it is. Goes aside. Alright. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's bring this in, the Memento ink and the shells. I'm going to stamp one of each of the shells. And then I'm going to, let's cover this just so I don't get it all over. Bring in my snips, and I'm going to fussy cut these out. And I didn't be real, persnickety how I did it. I just stayed outside of the black line. Some of these little sketchy lines did get cut off. As you can see, it's really very easy to cut out. Okay. One more. Now you could leave a little more space if you wanted. Leave that white space that like you would get with a die. Excuse me. Sorry about that, I needed to sneeze. Okay. Now we're going to bring in this piece. Put those aside. And we're going to bring in this piece. Sahara Sand. And I want it so that it's like curved up. And I'm going to start down here at this bottom, and I'm going to stamp, and I'm going to re-stamp. I'm going to stamp, and then re-stamp. I want it lighter over here because the sentiment has to go over there. And I think that looks pretty good. Let's add a little bit more over this way. Okay. Now I washed it off. I'm going to come in with Flirty Flamingo. You're going to think, well, when you first stamp it on, I thought, oh, I think I just made a mistake. But it really worked. So I stamp this here. Added just a little bit of the Flirty Flamingo. And you see what I mean? It looks quite bright. I think I need one more stamping up here of the Sahara sand. So I think I needed a little more fuller up in there. Let's wash it off, bring in the Sahara sand. Right in here. Oh, it's a little too pristine, lined up, but that's alright. Alright. Now let's come in with the Menento black. Wash this off. And I'm just going to do one stamping of it right in the middle. Like that. So once in the middle, and then I stamped off a couple times. Okay, now I'm going to come in with the trees. I'm going to stamp those here. I'm going to come in with the sentiment, and I think I'm going to change up the sentiment. This one I did happy birthday. I think I'm going to use the thinking of you this time. I'm going to stamp that over here. I'm glad I looked. I didn't have it good inked. Awesome. Okay, now we can take these shells that we did. I'm going to put a little wet glue on the back of the sand dollar. I'm going to place that down here. Bring in one dimensional. And put it on the back of the other shell. Put that one right here. Bring in my card base. I'm going to add dimensionals on the back of this piece. Take a pick tool, see if I can get these off today. Sometimes it works, sometimes I can't get it. Okay, make sure it's right side up. Center this on the front of the card. And there we go, there's our card. It's very simple. Here's the one we just made together. Here's the one I did previously with the happy birthday. Thank you so much for joining me at Jamie's Craft Table today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.